The fight against climate change continues. Now, thousands of people took to the streets in Glasgow, Scotland, demanding action on the climate crisis. The protesters say they're not happy with the promises made at the COP26 United Nations Climate Change Conference. eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is there for us, and he joins us live. Good afternoon, Siphamandla. I can see there's several people just behind you there, and they're saying that the negotiations are taking too long, and in fact, we heard some alleging that it's turning into a business network sessions where what is supposed to be priority, which is climate change, is not really taking priority.
Action, action, action now. Yes, indeed. I can tell you that it's thousands of people who have taken out here. They are on the streets of Glasgow in Scotland. This is where the Climate Change Conference of the United Nations is underway. It's the conference of the parties. This is the 26th installment. COP26 is underway in Glasgow. And these people are protesting behind me and in front of me. There are thousands. Initially, organizers had anticipated that they will have about 15,000 people protesting today. Well, I haven't counted, but I can tell you that indeed these are thousands. Their call is simple. They are saying action, action now. It's time for climate justice. What you are seeing here is a delegation from Sudan. Let's see if we can talk to this lady from Sudan. Thank you very much for your time. Why are you protesting? Which country are you from? Why are you protesting?
I am protesting because the Sudanese people have had 5 decades of absolute torture with military rule. We get killed, we get imprisoned, our rights are abused every single day. Sudan has absolutely no chance to recover, to consider its environmental obligations in the global arena, our economic progress, our social progress. So today, Sudanese people have risen, and every day, and we will not go back home until we have democracy, a civil-led government, and until the rights of the Sudanese people are completely restored, and until the military council and the military in Sudan respects its obligations and starts considering its responsibilities.
Let's talk about the impact of climate change in Sudan. You have floods, you have drought. It's severe and visible.
Yes. Sudan has no chance of actually obliging to any environmental obligations. We cannot participate because all we are doing is we are being abused by governments that have no respect for the law, no respect for the international global arena. Our environment is shot. Pollution is shot. Sudan is shot in all kinds of ways. So we need a government that comes and restores our sovereign state and starts to deliver our obligations in the world.
Your first name and surname?
Randa Ahmed Hassan or Randa Abdullah Mohammed Ahmed.
Thank you very much for time. Well, that one is from Sudan. There are too many people protesting here. Let me tell you an interesting thing about the masks. You are likely to see many people not wearing masks in public because here in Scotland, the way it works is that masks are worn inside or indoors, not outdoors. So let's address that before we can get any further. I'll ask my hard-working Joe Omane to turn before he trips because it's raining here, the roads are wet. He will turn and show you the other side of what is happening in front of us here. We are reaching the Glasgow Square. There are too many people protesting here. Let's see if we will be able to interview this lady who's also protesting. Hello, how are you? Where are you from and why are you protesting?
We are from Italy. We are an association, environmental association, Legambiente, in Italy. We came here from 4 days by car. We are fighting to ask the solution of fighting climate change.
Do you think COP27 or COP26 will yield positive results? Do you think the talks are going to be successful?
I don't understand, please.
Do you think the talks are going to be successful? Progress?
We hoping this. This is the moment to fight the climate change, and it's now the moment to acting.
What is your name and surname?
Rubina.
Robina, thank you very much for your time. Well, those are some of the protesters. Joe Coman, if we can come this way, please. So, excuse me, sir. We'll just squeeze through here. We want to show you what is happening on the other side. This is the square, this is the gathering, this is where climate change activists or climate justice activists are going to gather, and they are going to be addressed by leaders from various parts of the globe. You have people from all continents who are protesting here. This has been billed as one of the biggest protest action when it comes to climate change conferences. Every year, by the way, it's not surprising that we have a conference and then there will be protests. Climate change justice or climate justice activists will come and protest everywhere. There is a climate change conference every year. But this year, authorities are saying numbers have grown, and police are on standby here on my left, by the way. Thousands of police from across the United Kingdom or England, they are out in full force to ensure that there is peace, stability, law and order during these protests. I'm not sure if you can still be able to hear me back home, but I can tell you that these thousands have decided to come out. The march was delayed because of heavy rains, but now the sun is out and they are just marching across the streets of Glasgow. At the center of this protest, they are calling on world leaders to honor their commitments by ensuring that they honor their commitments when it comes to climate finance. They have committed to raise about $100 billion every year up until 2020. That deadline has been missed. Climate finance works in this way. Wealthy nations will give money to the developing world to basically dump coal or carbon-intensive measures of producing power and energy and go for renewables and clean energy in terms or in order to save the climate. And they have not honored that. And these protesters are saying, well, COP26 is about to become another talk shop unless by the end of next week there is an improvement and a good deal on what is known as the text. That is the document that will come out at the end of the conference. Right now, there is no agreement.
No, thank you very much, Siphamandla Goge. It certainly looks like a big protest. We'll catch up with you a bit later on as the day progresses. That is senior reporter Siphamandla Goge, who's out in Scotland today and just keeping or monitoring rather what's happening there in terms of COP26.